Did you know that in financial year 2022, around 67,530 people were hired in the banking and the finance sector? This data is from the economic research done by Bank of Baroda and was published in Business Today also. After IT, banking and the finance sector have been the highest recruiters in the last 2 financial years. And this data actually pertains to only the listed entities in the banking and finance space. If I count the unlisted entities also in the private sector from the banking and finance, these numbers actually run into lakhs. A very recent study and survey done by Afsar, it is a hiring and talent management company, and this was released in 2022 December, that also suggested that banking remains one of the top hiring sectors, and it will continue to be so in 2023 also. They are estimating almost 15% recruitment and hiring happening in the banking sector alone. Why is this trend likely to continue? Is what we can see in the growth of the businesses. Financial inclusion has been one of the very, very important factors for RBI, and we have been continuously doing that. And if you look at the banking sector assets, which is basically reflecting the business in the form of deposits and the loans by the banking sector, it has been growing for all types of banks, whether public, private or foreign. And specifically if I talk about the private sector, the growth rate is higher than the public sector banks, right? So there are a lot of opportunities that ways, with the growing business, there's also a hiring need, the manpower need in these organizations. And with the new kinds of banks, differentiated banks like the small finance bank, payment banks also coming into picture, the hiring demand from these banks and also the NBFC space is going to be faster in the coming years. So what kind of banking, when we're saying the hiring does happen, what are the different kind of profiles, right? So there can be various profiles in the banking sector. Broadly, however, if I talk, they can be of 2 types of categories. There could be field profiles, right? These could include like your sales executive or your credit executives, right? Or they could be business development kind of roles. And then there can be, branch profiles or operations related profiles within a particular branch, which could be related to credit, it could be related to cashier, teller kind of operations, it could also be related to credit analysis kind of operations. So there can be various roles within these 2 broader categories that exist, right? So when we are talking about the hiring process at the private sector, how the private sector actually recruits. Now this is actually not specific. Unlike in the PSU space, in the public sector space, private sectors actually can have their own hiring processes, and it can vary from bank to bank. However, majorly it will revolve around the interview. Some of them may have some kind of aptitude entrance test or some psychometric test, but majorly the decisions are based on the interview process. And this interview process again can be testing you on various skills. This could be technical skills, okay, these could be job profile related skills, these would be your personality related, these could be your communications related. So these can be various kind of skills, again varying from bank to bank on which kind of skills they are paying more attention and which kind of profile related skills they are relating to more attention to, giving more attention to, can vary from bank to bank, right? So broadly, different profiles are available with different banks, and their hiring processes mostly revolves around interview. However, they can be looking at different kinds of skill sets, but a combination of these technical, job related, personality and communication kind of skills are majorly looked at. So at ixamBee, we have started processes and trainings in association with a partner for helping you get jobs in the private sector, private banks also. And the training has started. The trainings are and the batches, various batches for these trainings are open to help you train. Now, what are we training you for? Like I mentioned, every bank have their own different processes and they are looking at certain kinds of skill sets. So these skill sets which are required, we are providing you training, and this training is absolutely free, which makes you employable, which makes you ready to be able to appear in the interviews at these various opportunities that are opening, not just in metro cities but also in tier 2 and 3 cities near you, and they open a lot of profiles for you and help you clear these interviews. So this training is absolutely free. If you are interested and if you want to know more details, please fill in the Google form, the link of which you will find in the description here. Any kind of information or help that you require or want to understand about this program, you can reach out to us at helpme@ixamBee.com or call on the number given on the screen. And also by filling out the Google form, we will be able to reach out to you for any kind of queries. So all the best, and don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon.